If you like Billy Joel, we're on to the second name mentioned in We Didn't Start the Fire as we take our tour through the lyrics of the song with a little history added into it. And so we've covered Harry Truman, now we're on to Doris Day. What do World War II soldiers, 1950s housewives, and 1960s feminists all have in common? Well, they all had strong feelings about Doris Day, and she was a pop culture icon who was a lot more than just a smiling face on the silver screen. So here we go. Doris Day, well, she was born Doris Mary Ann Kappelhoff in 1922 in Cincinnati, Ohio, and she was originally a dancer, but her dreams were derailed by a terrible car accident at the age of 13. She was stuck in bed for months, and she started singing along with the radio to pass the time, and discovered she had a voice that could melt glass. And by the 1940s, she was touring with big bands and recording hits like Sentimental Journey, which became the anthem for returning World War II soldiers. That one song alone made her a household name. But Doris didn't stop at music. Hollywood came calling. And between 1948 and the early 1960s, Doris Day became America's top box office star. She starred in more than 30 films, including rom-coms, musicals, thrillers, and some of her most famous movie titles were Calamity Jane, Pillow Talk, where she starred with Rock Hudson, and she also starred in The Man Who Knew Too Much, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Her on-screen persona was clean-cut, optimistic, and she was often cast as the ideal good girl. To some, she represented post-war American wholesomeness. To others, she was a symbol of outdated domesticity. But here's the thing. Doris Day was in control. She negotiated her own contracts. She owned a production company. She made her own creative decisions. And off-screen, her life was a world away from her smiling, sunny image. Behind all that Hollywood glitz and glamour, Doris Day lived through deep personal hardships. She had 4 troubled marriages, including one to a man who left her deeply in debt. Her third husband signed her up for a TV show she didn't even know about until after he died. She honored the contract anyway and made the Doris Day Show a success. She also suffered abuse. She dealt with controlling managers and had to fight for her finances in court. In other words, Doris Day was tough. She just never sang about it. And through it all, she never stopped working and never lost her audience. In the 1970s and beyond, Doris Day faded from Hollywood, but not from the spotlight. She turned her focus to animal welfare. She founded the Doris Day Animal Foundation and campaigned against animal abuse in entertainment and fashion. She refused comeback offers from Hollywood and preferred a quieter life. But she still remained a powerful cultural figure, especially as feminists and historians began to re-examine her legacy. Was she just the girl next door, or was she a woman who worked, fought, and succeeded in a world dominated by men? And the answer is both. And why does she matter? Well, Doris Day's career is a time capsule of mid-20th century America. Its music, its movies, its gender roles, its contradictions. She was a comfort to war-weary soldiers, a role model to 1950s housewives, and quietly a business-savvy, independent woman who challenged the system behind the scenes. She didn't just survive Hollywood. She tamed it with a smile. Next up, in our We Didn't Start the Fire tour, we'll go to Red China. So keep following along to go line by line through the lyrics, and let's look at the history they reveal. And remember, that's Doris Day. Things you should know by being alive. Thanks for watching.